As it stands in 2022, Giannis Antetokounmpo is the best player in the world. His speed, size, and athleticism are something as fans we marvel at on a nightly basis. He provides versatility on defense with his rim protection and interior presence, while also being able to stay in front of wings while disrupting the flow of offenses across the league. His offensive game from the perimeter is dangerous, as is his transition offense for the same reason. If Giannis gets momentum behind him, get out of the way because there is no stopping him with a head of steam. However, over the years, there were constant critics regarding his game. Needless to say, he always rose up to the challenge and demolished those who criticized him. Today's video will be about every time Giannis proved critics wrong. In today's video, we will talk about everyone who didn't believe in Giannis and how he answered the accusations. Before we begin, make sure to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more interesting NBA content. Let's keep rolling. Giannis has been one of the most disrespected players by the NBA media over the last 5 years, but for every critical take on his game, Giannis has responded on each occasion. Coming off of his best year yet in the 2017 to 2018 NBA season, Giannis Antetokounmpo was prepared to take yet another leap in his production. The first 5 years of his career were nothing but steady progression and improvement from a role player to a star. But the next leap was MVP contention, and he began the 2018 to 2019 season like a true MVP candidate, putting up over 26 points on 58% shooting, 12 rebounds, 6 assists to go with 1 steal and 1 block a game during the first 3 months of the season. Along with the Bucks' success, he became the early favorite to win the 2019 MVP award, but according to the former basketball player turned analyst Ryan Hollins, Giannis just wasn't on an MVP level. He's not the MVP. To me, when you talk MVP, that means you're the most valuable player on the team. Your impact is the largest, and when I watched Giannis, yes, he rebounds, he blocks shots, he defends, he does all those little things. I love what he did. I love him, but he's not going to close out a game for you. He's not going to go out and win that big game. The whole thing with Giannis not being a closer was always such a tiring and untrue narrative. But the non-MVP caliber player Giannis Antetokounmpo would finish the season averaging 27, 12, and 6, with elite defense leading the Bucks to the NBA's best record. What a surprise! He wins the MVP award, and Ryan Hollins is enraged. But forget that, it's playoff time. What does Ryan Hollins have to say now? No man, are you kidding me? The Bucks are not going to make it out the second round. They got to see the Boston Celtics in the second round. Do you understand that? When you look at Giannis, I love him, MVP candidate, I get it, amazing season. He's going to struggle in the playoffs at finishing the fourth quarters. Physicality and athleticism is not going to be enough. Giannis and the Bucks dominated round 1 against the Pistons as expected as Detroit got swept. But in round 2, we got the matchup that Ryan Hollins said was going to be the one that the Bucks just couldn't get past. This was Boston Game 1. Boston dominated. Giannis was cooked. It was so bad that Paul Pierce had something to say. Giannis definitely has to play better, but as a team, I don't know where Milwaukee goes from here. I think it's over. The series is over. But this didn't age well because of the 4 straight Milwaukee Buck wins. Giannis averaged 28 points on 52% shooting. We move on to the conference finals where the Bucks faced Toronto, who had one of the best defenses in recent history, and they keyed in on Giannis to take them out in 6 games. This was enough for Ryan Hollins to call him the most overrated player in the NBA. This man is right now the most overrated in basketball. In the finals, he did not make it there. Not only did he not make it, he grossly underachieved. Grossly. The 2019 to 2020 NBA season was another success for Antetokounmpo, winning his second MVP award and getting the Defensive Player of the Year award to go with it, something that only Michael Jordan and Hakeem have done. But in the second round of the 2020 playoffs, they faced the Miami Heat, and it was more postseason disappointment in Milwaukee. They lost in 5 with Giannis suffering a season-ending ankle injury in Game 4, and with Giannis's contract year coming up, we already knew what time it was. The media went crazy with the rumors continuing to push the idea of him leaving the small market Bucks for another team like Miami or Golden State. Former NBA player Steven Jackson got in on the conversation too. He has to leave. Nobody is going to Milwaukee. I've been there, I played there. I only played a couple of games. I was trying to get traded. Actually, I stayed home until they traded me. That's how bad it was there. It's not often that a true NBA superstar stays in a small market, and that's exactly what Giannis did. Giannis believed in this team even more, and he was already loyal to the franchise, and in the 2020 to 2021 NBA season, he had a promise to deliver and a list of people to prove wrong. It was yet another MVP-caliber season for him, leading the new-look Bucks to the 3rd seed in the East. Their first-round matchup would be the Miami Heat, the same team that eliminated them in 5 games the year prior, but this series went completely different. A 4-0 sweep by the Bucks featuring a Bryn Forbes shooting masterclass, but going into round 2, there was yet another questionable take about Giannis. I don't have Giannis in my top 10 players. Late in games, Giannis is a liability. This was a statement from Colin Cowherd, and he's never been serious a day in his life. Still, one of the worst takes ever made. It was time for round 2, but Milwaukee and the Brooklyn Nets would take a 2-0 lead in the series, but Milwaukee would defend home court to even it up. Durant had a masterclass in Game 5 to go up 3-2, but the Bucks responded to force Game 7, and then they took Game 7 in overtime to advance. They would face the Atlanta Hawks in the conference finals, taking a 2-1 lead in this series before Giannis would suffer a gruesome injury in Game 4 that looked to be season-ending. It was time for everyone else to step up and deliver for Milwaukee, and they absolutely did to make the finals. These 2 wins without Giannis would certainly become ammunition for quite the narrative. Kendrick Perkins was eating this up, and after the Bucks' Game 4 win to tie up the series in the 2021 NBA Finals, where Middleton dropped a 40-point game, it was the perfect opportunity for Perkins to set up his agenda. When it comes down to a possession-by-possession game, and it matters the most who you put your money on, money-making Middleton, the Batman, the closer. The guy that will get you those buckets and embraces the moment, and the world knows it. Giannis knows it, Stephen A knows it. Before this game, Giannis dropped back-to-back 40-point double-doubles, with Middleton putting on a masterful brick session in one of those, and then to follow that up, Giannis had a 32-point Game 5, and then 50 to close out the series and win the NBA championship. Middleton had a great series as a number 2, but that's what he was, while Giannis was putting on a show, having one of the greatest finals performances of all time. But simultaneously, all of those previous takes on Giannis and the Bucks no longer had any relevance at all. The media tried to force him out, but he stayed and brought a championship to this small market team. This debate will always surround Giannis, but it's hard for anyone to say he's not the best player in the NBA today. And what do you guys think? Do you think Giannis is the best player in the NBA? Can he win another MVP award this season? Can he lead the Bucks once again to the title? I would love to hear your opinion, so please let me know what you think in the comments section. Oh, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more amazing NBA content. Thanks for watching!